Saroyan is unique among writers. His style has never been successfully imitated. This is probably due to his Armenian background. Throughout his writing, we find a vein of old-world wisdom, sincerity, and ironic humor, which is characteristic of the Armenians, and Saroyan was born with this understanding. It cannot be acquired in any other way. He refers to this in the dedication to his second book, Inhale and Exhale.
I'll read the dedication of the book, which is rather highfalutin, which nevertheless I felt was in order. To the English tongue, the American earth, and the Armenian spirit. And I did feel that this was an accurate summing up of my writing insofar as its externals are concerned, that is to say, the facts about it. In short, I use English. I have thrived and lived and grown upon the American earth, and my writing derives from the Armenian spirit, whatever that may be, and I happen to know what it is insofar as I am concerned, but at this point I can only say that it is a kind of blending of profound earnestness to the point of melancholy with speed and wit and a sense of the absurdity of all human pretense and the necessity for comedy.
He has always had a deep affection for and pride in his Armenian heritage, and during his trip he visited that area formerly known as Armenia. He tells about his impressions in the following excerpts from two of the stories which appear in his second book. First, from a story titled Antronik the Armenian.
I love Armenia and I love America and I belong to both, but I am only this, an inhabitant of the earth, and so are you, whoever you are. I tried to forget Armenia, but I couldn't do it. My birthplace is California, but I couldn't forget Armenia. So what is one's country? Is it land of the earth in a specific place, rivers there, lakes, the sky there, the way the moon comes up there, and the sun? Is one's country the trees, the vineyards, the grass, the birds, the rocks, the hills and mountains and valleys? Is it the temperature of the place in spring and summer and winter? Is it the animal rhythm of the living there? The huts and houses, the streets of cities, the tables and chairs, and the drinking of tea and talking? Is it the peach ripening in summer heat on the bough? Is it the dead in the earth there, the unborn of love beginning? Is it the sound of the spoken language in all the places of that country under the sky? The printed word of that language? The picture painted there, the song of that throat and heart, that dance? Is one's country their prayers of thanks for air and water and earth and fire and life? Is it their eyes, their lips smiling? Is it the grief? Well, I don't know for sure. But I know it's all these things as remembrance in the blood. It is all these things within oneself, because I have been there. I have been to Armenia, and I have seen with my own eyes, and I know I have been to that place, Armenia.
And the second story.
In August, New York, 1935, at the age of 27, I wrote the story which I'm about to read called The Armenian and the Armenian. In the city of Rostov, I passed a beer parlor late at night and I saw a waiter in a white coat who was surely an Armenian, so I went in and said in our language, "How are you? God destroy your house, how are you?" I don't know how I could tell he was an Armenian, but I could. It is not the dark complexion alone, nor the curve of nose, nor the thickness and abundance of hair, nor is it even the way the living eye is set within the head. There are many with the right complexion and the right curve of nose and the same kind of hair and eyes, but these are not Armenian. Our tribe is a remarkable one, and I was on my way to Armenia. Well, I am sorry. I am deeply sorry that Armenia is nowhere. It is mournful to me that there is no Armenia. There is a small area of land in Asia Minor that is called Armenia, but it is not so. It is not Armenia, it is a place. There are plains and mountains and rivers and lakes and cities in this place, and it is all fine. It is all no less fine than all the other places of the world, but it is not Armenia. There are only Armenians, and these inhabit the earth, not Armenia, since there is no Armenia, gentlemen. There is no America, and there is no England, and no France, and no Italy. There is only the earth gentleman. So I went into the little Russian beer parlor to greet a countryman, an alien in a foreign land. "Why," he said with that deliberate intonation of surprise which makes our language and our way of speech so full of comedy. "You?" Meaning, of course, myself, a stranger, my clothes, for instance, my hat, my shoes, and perhaps even the small reflection of America in my face. "How did you ever find this place?" "Thief," I said with affection. "I have been walking. What is your city? Where were you born?" "Moosh," he said. "Where are you going?" "What are you doing here? You are an American. I can tell from your clothes." "Moosh. I love that city. I can love a place I have never seen, a place that no longer exists, whose inhabitants have been killed. It is the city my father sometimes visited as a young man." Jesus, it was good to see this black Armenian from Moosh. You have no idea how good it is for an Armenian to run into an Armenian in some far place of the world. And a guy in a beer parlor at that. A place where men drink. Who cares about the rotten quality of the beer? Who cares about the flies? Who, for that matter, cares about the dictatorship? It is simply impossible to change some things. "Why," he said, "why, why." Slowly, with deliberate enjoyment. "And you speak the language. It is amazing that you have not forgotten." And he brought 2 glasses of the lousy Russian beer. And the Armenian gestures, meaning so much, the slapping of the knee and roaring with laughter, the cursing, the subtle mockery of the world and its big ideas, the word in Armenian, the glance, the gesture, the smile, and through these things the swift rebirth of the race. Timeless and again strong, though years have passed, though cities have been destroyed, fathers and brothers and sons killed, places forgotten, dreams violated, living hearts poisoned and blackened with hate. I should like to see any power of the world destroy this race, this small tribe of unimportant people, whose history is ended, whose wars have all been fought and lost, whose structures have crumbled, whose literature is unread, whose music is unheard, whose prayers are no longer uttered. Go ahead, destroy this race. Let us say that it is again 1915, there is war in the world. Destroy Armenia. See if you can do it. Send them from their homes into the desert. Let them have neither bread nor water. Burn their houses and their churches. See if they will not live again. See if they will not laugh again. See if the race will not live again when 2 of them meet in a beer parlor 20 years later and laugh and speak in their tongue. Go ahead. See if you can do anything about it. See if you can stop them from mocking the big ideas of the world. You sons of bitches. A couple of Armenians talking in the world. Go ahead. Try to destroy them.